The Patient Support Hub was set up at the start of shielding. The Trust were contacted by NHS England and asked to submit lists of patients who would come under the shielding criteria. At that point in time, we realised that there was an awful lot of UHS patients who were going to be very isolated, very vulnerable. So the hub was created. So the point of the hub is to offer holistic care to those who are isolated in the community currently, to ensure that they've got all the help and support that they need.
We've started off with only one volunteer role, which was our call handler, but now it's just diversified into not only call handlers but also befrienders who check in and chat with people who were previously shielding and were socially isolated.
We've got responder volunteers who go out into the community and do delivery of shopping and prescriptions and things like that. And shortly we'll be offering Christmas shopping collection as well for people in community, because obviously people are quite worried about going back into the big shopping areas. We're about to launch a chaperone role as well. So that's a role within the hospital that we're going to have mobile volunteers who are there to meet and greet people in main reception, help and guide them to their appointment. The perk of that will be is that obviously with the current visiting restrictions that we've got in place at UHS, not everybody can have a friend or a loved one with them to their appointment. Whilst we absolutely uphold the fact that people need to have official carers or loved ones who act in a caring capacity, and we would encourage those people to still attend, we do also want to reduce the footfall through the hospital.
I am a nurse by background. During COVID, I was highlighted as one of the people who was at risk, so I could no longer do any patient-facing roles, so I was redeployed into the Patient Support Hub. For me, whenever I've ever had to discharge a patient, I'm always sometimes worried about if they're going to be looked after, if they're going to be able to get their food, but actually now it's nice to know that there are people who will be able to do that, that I know that they can have someone that they can contact should they need anything. And I think that's what is so important about the Patient Support Hub and how it can actually help people who may not be able to get any other services nearby. I believe it's one of its own kind in the country as of now, and I really hope to see if it'll be also implemented in other hospitals near and far.
So without the help of Southampton Hospitals Charity, we wouldn't exist. The funding and the help and support that we've had from the charity team has been phenomenal, and it's meant that we've been able to set up and run and help hundreds of people across Southampton over the course of this pandemic. It's also cemented us as a service within UHS that is going to be able to continue to provide help and support to vulnerable patients.